Hi,
my name is Tracey.
and my name is Lynne.
And together
we are
Bollocks and Balls. We like to chat
And boy, can we chat.
about the bollocks and balls.
Mainly in our heads, but also about life in general. After all, it's good to talk. Oh, yay! Good afternoon, my lovely. How are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
It's sunny.
Oh God, it's so flipping glorious.
What more could we want?
Oh, I know, it's just awesome, isn't it? It makes you feel so much better, the sunshine.
I'll sit my chin on it like it's
Do
big
that.
enough. I'll just sit it on like that.
Behave yourself. Stop
Oh.
with that.
My chin's big enough. There you go. I'm poised, ready for action on my microphone.
Don't say that about your chin. Your chin's lovely.
It's big. It's fine. I can live with that. I don't have a problem with a big chin.
That's fine. As long as you don't have a problem with it, we're all Gucci.
So it's useful, see? And just rest it on there.
They reckon that about big boobs, don't they? That it's just like something you can like put your cup on to rest on, and or like your dinner, so it's nearer your mouth.
A big belly for that, that's alright.
Behave yourself when you've got a big belly. Can't do nothing with a big arse, can I? You can't rest anything on there. I can't get behind there and rest me dinner on that, can I?
Chips on it, it'll be alright, won't it?
Oh my God. And that like leads nicely into this week's conversation.
Yeah, so who says this?
The
Who tells
inner
us this
voice,
shit?
inner critic, inner dialogue, negative voice, inner bitch, whatever you like to call it.
I think we have to rename it, because like everybody calls it a negative voice, which gives it then a negative ringtone, doesn't it?
This is true.
So then you look at it negatively, whereas actually, if you understand it and sort of not make friends with it, but become comfortable with what it's doing, then do we want to look at it negatively all the time? Is that not giving it a negative switch?
Oh, now you're getting a bit deep and bloody meaningful. We've only just
I'm
started.
not quite sure where that came from, really.
That's probably from our previous conversation we had before we started this. But I don't know. I think, like you say, I think you need to give it a name, because then you can almost see it as a separate thing.
Yes, I get that. I
So-
think we always see it, don't we, as a negative, which it is,
Yeah.
because it says it plays dirty tricks and it whispers horrible things in your ears. But it does that to try and look after you in a sense.
Yes.
So we always look at it negatively. So what am I trying to say? So if you had a very negative person in your life,
Okay.
and you always looked at them negatively,
Yeah.
then that becomes negative for you.
Yes.
So wouldn't it be better that we look at them positively and we try to uplift them and sway them in a more positive direction? So if we did that with the negative voice, would it give us a better look to that voice that would sit more comfortably to deal with it? Does that make sense?
That makes sense in my head, actually, which makes a change. But yeah, yes, it would, because we all know that if you just look negative all the time and all you think is negative, that's all that gets shown back at you.
Yeah, because that's what you're focusing on.
That's what you're focusing on. So, like you say, if you always view the voice as a negative voice, that's all you're going to hear and see.
Yeah, exactly.
So
wouldn't it be better to look at it in a So when it does
neutral, in a neutral way.
That's the word. I like that word. Yes.
In a neutral way.
Yeah.
So some days it's a bit angsty, and some days it's really happy.
Yeah. Because if that was a person, if somebody is a bit negative one day, you just think, oh, I wonder what's going on in their world, don't you?
Yeah.
And if they're happy, you just automatically think, oh, it's obviously something good's going on. So we could do the same thing with that voice. I was going to say with that negative voice.
But it's true. but it's true because, like you say, if you think about it, as us as humans, we ebb and flow all the time.
Yeah.
We're not all up all the time, are we?
No.
We are like those waves. We ebb and flow, and we ebb and flow, and we ebb and flow. So that inner voice, inner critic, inner whatever dialogue, whatever you want to call it.
Inner bitch.
Yeah, inner bitch. It does the same.
No, actually, that's negative.
Well, yeah.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know. It depends what your
look at it.
connotation of bitch is, really, to be honest.
That's true.
So, yeah. Whereas if you just viewed it in a neutral, passive way.
Actually, that as well, right? So you say we ebb and flow.
Yeah.
So if you ebb and flow, like if you could see me now, my hands going up and down.
They can in there.
Yeah. So that's ebb and flow. And it, like, so think of it as if you were looking at a heartbeat monitor, the line goes up and down, up and down,
That's
up
true.
and down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
With your heartbeat.
Yeah.
So that's how we are. We ebb and flow.
Yeah.
So that's how we are. Right. So if that line was flat, we'd be dead.
Yes, we would.
So maybe that's how we should look at that voice, in that it's a flat line. If it's neutral, it's got no consequence at all, because it's just it's just a bit dead in the head.
I'm definitely dead in the head sometimes. Oh, actually, I really like that.
That would take, because we take on board what that voice says to us all the time.
Oh, Christ, yes.
On a personal level, everything, don't we?
Yeah.
We really take it that it's telling us the truth, that everything. So if we could look at it as a flat line, it would give it no, what's the word? No significance.
No.
Because it's not significant, because it's...
Wow. What's got into you today?
Don't know. I'm on a bit of a serious head today, aren't I?
Wow.
So
I like
it's
that.
all gone a bit deep and meaningful very, very soon.
That's gone a bit deep and meaningful very soon. It's a bit scary.
Oh, I need to lighten the air a little.
That's a really good idea. Isn't it? I think that's a really good idea.
And that's why we shouldn't worry if we ebb and flow in our life, if we're up and down.
No.
Because it means we're alive. Because if we were just
flatlining,
well, we'd be dead, wouldn't we?
We would.
So it's not a great place to be, is it?
No.
Well, it might be. I don't know. I've never been there. But
dead?
At this moment, it's not a great place to be, because
I'd like to do that though.
I'm not particularly wanting to be there at the moment. I'm quite happy here. Thank you very much. So, yeah.
Just as a random note, I would like to have one of those near-death experiences.
I don't know.
Just to see.
Yeah, but that's a bit scary, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you're going to shit your pants, aren't you? Let's be perfectly honest.
It's a bit scary.
And I want to come back, please,
Well, that's what I mean.
want to come back.
It comes a bit close to the line, doesn't it? If you have a near-death experience, the hint is in the word near-death experience.
Yeah. All right, I take that back. I don't want that. Please, universe. Please,
No.
universe, don't make that happen.
Don't focus on near-death experiences, because you might get one.
But it's just the whole to see what is the other side. I think I'm just a nosy bitch. I think that's what it is.
I don't think you'll see enough.
No, I
you're
don't
not
think you
see.
will.
No, you might see a bit of light or something, but you're not going to see anything, are you? Because then you see it, you've crossed it.
That's true.
So I should just stick where you are for the minute.
I am. Yeah, that's fine. I don't seriously don't want that to happen, please. I'm going to shit me pants now. I'm just like, put that up to the universe.
Retract, please.
I am retracted. Please, universe, I didn't mean that. I am retracting that. Thank you very much.
But yeah, So that's why we shouldn't worry about or get bothered about when we're a bit up and down, or things, life situations a bit up and down, because it means we're alive.
I really love that analogy because, like you say, I don't know about you, but I have had times where I have just felt numb and I don't feel anything. So that is almost
Absolutely.
like you're flatlining.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a shitty place to be.
Yeah, it's crap. We all like, moan's not the right word, although we probably do, but moan's not the word I'm looking for. My word's gone today, but my thoughts are there, so I'm all right.
At least one of us thinking.
Now I forgot what I was going to say.
You were talking about moaning.
Oh, so we all moan about how we feel, don't we, sometimes?
Yes.
Or have a bit of a mush on about how we feel. But actually, we're feeling. So like what you've just said, so we shouldn't feel bad about that because we're feeling.
Yeah.
Because when we're in that flatline state, we're not feeling, we're feeling numb, and that's a shit place to be.
Yeah, and it feels like a shit place to be.
Yeah. So actually, when we're having things going on that we're feeling and we're not sitting comfortably with it, or we're not feeling great about, actually we should feel great about it because we're feeling.
We're actually feeling. Whether, even though you're feeling crap, you're still feeling.
You're still feeling. And actually then, if we let that emotion pass, we can choose to feel differently. So
I like that.
It's okay. That's
really good.
It's just, again, it's like we were saying last time, it's just being aware of it, isn't it? And that's difficult when we're not sitting in a good place. But if we can try and learn to feel into it and accept it,
yeah,
and just let it pass, which we know it will.
Well, everything passes, doesn't it?
Yeah. But it's okay to feel that ebb and flow. It's okay to feel that up and down. And that just means that, we're alive and kicking. We might be kicking shit, but we're kicking something.
I like that. I think that's a really good analogy of thinking about it, really, to be honest.
Because we don't want to flatline.
No. And then, like you say, and don't call it the negative voice.
No, I think we need to come up with some sort of more positive, and I think people need a more positive way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Because I think, like you said, then you're focusing on the negativity of it.
Yes.
So you're then attracting that negativity in a sense, and you're focusing on it, where we need to just look at it in a different way, which is just really what we need to do about everything sometimes, is just look at it in a different way, and then we get a different feel about it, and then we can think differently about it. Gives us that opportunity. See, I still swear we need a freaking pause button. We were not developed with a pause button, and we desperately need a pause button. Yeah.
That would be so good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do you reckon AI can do that?
Probably. Well, that was something here.
Switch
so
her
when
off.
you're getting a rattle with me, I go, shut. I just press your button. Turn you off.
Switch her off. We're having this whole conversation earlier before we started doing this about AI. I'm shitting my pants, to be perfectly honest about it. It's made me want to go off grid even more, and I want to go off grid as it is, but now
I think it's quite exciting, but I think it's really scary.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to turn up one day and you won't know it's not me.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
No!
I could have my secret life then.
Oh, that's really funny. You saying that. So Tracey said the other day she wanted to, I don't know whether you watched this programme. What's it called?
Maryland.
Yeah. And she's like, I want this whole secret life. Somebody else I heard said that the other day. I was really? Like, oh my god, Tracey wants to do that.
So when you die, right, then people go, what, she did that? What, she had that? What, who was she? I'd be sat up there on my fluffy cloud going, yeah, look at that, that's hilarious.
Didn't know I could do that, did you?
Actually, I might be sat on my fireball, but not quite sure which way I'm going yet. Not really sure which one will let me in. But
which one
I
would be
wouldn't
more
do
fun?
it. But it just, sorry?
Which one would be more fun?
I think probably the hot one would be really, don't you?
I'm only going down there if it's the guy that did Lucifer. What's his name? Tom somebody.
It's not a film, is it?
No, it's a series.
Thought she'd watched a film then.
It's a series called Lucifer, and the guy who plays the devil, seriously, man, if he's going to be the devil,
I haven't seen that. I need to see that.
He's really hot. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll try the hot spot first.
But then saying that, I've spent my whole life being nice to people so that I could get a fluffy cloud. It used to be.
It was a bit unexciting, isn't it?
What do you mean?
If you were, like you said, if you had a near-death experience, right, and you were sat on a nice fluffy cloud, can't even say it, nice fluffy cloud, with your vegetables in your heart, or I could be on a fireball with a bit of rock music and pizza, then
okay, I'm going to stop being more horrible. People now. I'm not kidding. So literally, my standard reply when people go, "Oh, you're really kind," and I go, "Yeah, it's because I'm going to get a big cloud when I go, or I'm in for a big fluffy cloud when I go." Oh, see now you've just made me rethink the whole thing now.
Well, you see, you just have to look after yourself. And I don't say that in an utterly selfish way that gives you permission to be horrible to people, because you shouldn't be horrible to people, full stop, whether you want a fluffy cloud or not.
No.
Or a hell ball. You shouldn't be horrible to people. But, and, actually, because there's no buts in this world, and...
That means I've got a massive...
Okay. And... I keep forgetting what I say now!
You're talking about being kind to people,
yeah,
whether you're going in a fluffy cloud or hell way.
My train of thought has gone now. It's disappeared. It'll come back in a moment.
But I just think it just made me rethink the whole thing now. So I've had an inner voice that has told me that I need to be kind to people. Inner voices. That has told me that I need to be kind to people, because if I'm not kind to people, that makes me an evil person.
Well, that's just bollocks.
Well, I know that now. I was going to say and my, like I say, and my standard reply was, it's because I'm going to get a fluffy cloud.
No, you were just making it fluffy.
And also, I've just had a thought then, really.
Dum, dum, dum,
I know, scary.
Did you hear it? I did. Dum, dum, dum.
You can smell the burning in this room now. And now I've lost my train of thought. But I wasn't enjoying anything there, was I? I was projecting it into the future, that I get a fluffy cloud when I die, and that's my reward for being nice. Now. But that's just stupid.
Yeah, it is. That's where my train of thought was. So, you still got to be nice.
Yeah.
Because we should all be nice. And...
She gave me a really gormless look then.
Every time I say that, I'm not going to say and anymore. I'd lose the plot. And it's for you. For you now.
Yes.
And that's what I was saying. So that sounds selfish, because that's how we're that can you hear those screaming tyres outside?
Somebody's doing
donuts.
God
knows where they're doing donuts around here. Anyway.
Donuts.
So I'll lose myself again in a minute. So because we're Well, we're programmed by people and by that voice in our heads, aren't we?
And society.
And society, yes. But we should be nice. And that's not selfish. That's self-care. This is
She's going to get on her soapbox now.
This is so big that we think this way, and it is one thing that really winds me. That people think that yes, we have to be nice. Yes, we should be nice.
Yeah.
But you be nice to look after yourself and look after your own boundaries. We are not responsible for any bugger else.
No.
So no, that doesn't give you any right to be horrible to somebody else. I'm not saying that. But we have to look after ourselves first. And that is not selfish. And that's that old, I don't know whether I was saying that the other day, the old cliche, the oxygen mask. Because you can't save somebody else if you don't put on your own oxygen mask. You're a goner first.
Yeah.
So why don't people just look after themselves?
Because that inner voice, we're brought up with that inner voice telling us that inner voice that, like you say, gets created by society or the parents we brought up with or the caregivers we're brought up with or religion or anything like that.
And we believe it.
And we believe it.
So we behave in that way, in the way it tells us, don't we?
Yeah.
And we don't put ourselves first. We don't look after ourselves. So we people please and all those sorts of things. And then our children and people around us see us doing that.
And they repeat.
So they repeat and they copy, and then so it goes on and on. We have to break this.
Yeah, which is why we, like you say, we want to teach people about that inner voice, that inner, so that you learn that it's conditioning, it's programming, it's come from somewhere else other than you.
And it says the same to everybody.
Christ, yes.
We all, when we're listening to that voice, we all think that it's only saying it to us, but it doesn't. If you talk to anybody, it's all the same thing, isn't it?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
The more and more people we've talked to about this stuff, the more and more you realise that the voice says the same thing to everybody. And it doesn't matter what circumstances you were brought up in, what country you were brought up in.
No.
It means it says the same stuff to people all the time.
And even if you had not great upbringings, or you had great upbringings, it still says the same shit.
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
No.
And you don't have to have had massive trauma in your life for it to say stuff to you.
No, it still gets you.
It still gets you whether you've had big trauma or not.
And we all believe it.
Yeah. And that's the trouble, isn't it? We believe it. But because it's in here, we believe it. And we believe that it's us that's saying it. So we believe it's true because it's our voice and it's in our head. So we believe that that's true.
But it's not.
No.
Yes, it is in our heads.
Yes. But it's come from somewhere else. You've not made that up. It's come from somewhere else. So by recognising it and, like I say, giving it some people give it a name. I've given, because, and we'll talk about this in later shows, you have more than one inner voice. You have much more than one inner voice, so it's nice to give them names. I like naming. You don't like naming yours,
I don't like names. No, mine have just titles. Give mine a title. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a job title. Mine have got a job title.
You've still got job titles. Mine have all got names.
Yeah, I can't do names. It's weird.
I don't know, it's a bit easier. I don't know whether it's easier for me to relate to names.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've got like Rescuing Rita and Sister Mary, and
whereas mine's like the overthinker, the perfectionist, those sort of things. So yeah, mine have got job titles.
Yours have got job titles. So, but like you can say, you can give it a job title.
Yeah.
You can give it a random name. You can call it flipping
what you want.
Fred if you like. Fred's off again. Fred's giving me some shit today. And that's but I think that helps.
Oh, definitely.
Because it separates you.
Yeah.
It separates you and that.
Yeah.
And allows you to.
And I think then also you sort of know where it's coming from.
Yes.
Like, without going into too much, like who, yeah.
So yeah, if you can understand that inner voice, that inner dialogue where Fred comes from, and it's not coming from you, it's coming from stuff that's happened and the way, stuff that's gone on, then
it's almost like a little database in there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's come from all that, hasn't it? You know? And it's just developed, and it will develop new things over years, it will tell you. So yeah, and then just so you can recognise it.
Yeah.
And know that it's not you. If you can do that, then that's half the battle.
You're the one that's listening.
Yeah. You can't talk and listen at the same time, she says.
Sort of can.
I know, when I say that, I think that you can.
You can. Yeah, you can.
Because I'm talking and I can hear myself talking.
Yeah, so you can talk and listen. But there's a word for it, isn't there? I'm not great English, so.
I don't know the word you're thinking of.
Well, there'll be some sort of like word for that.
Yes.
There's always a word. I love words.
The word for everything.
I'm not good with big ones. Words.
The way that was going.
Say the wrong thing. But no.
Well, now we all know your dating history. I was going to say something really rude then, and I thought, no, let's not go there.
She's just rude. See, she'll never be given a fluffy cloud. So I don't know what planet she ever thought she would get a fluffy cloud with her mind. No,
I won't repeat it. I've just got an image now, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. Nope. Try and scrub that out of my head now. Thank you very much. I do not want to go to sleep with that tonight.
Oh, it's funny, isn't it? But yeah. But no, we can, yes, we can do both.
Yeah, but now that's just going to confuse them.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Just scrub that, just ignore that part.
Yeah.
Stop the podcast before you get to this part. Because now we're just confusing the situation. Just remember that voice in your head is not you.
No.
That one that chats bullshit to you.
Yeah.
It's not you.
And bless his little cotton socks. He's just trying to keep you safe.
Yeah.
He doesn't want you to take any risks. He doesn't want you to step out in the road. But see, he wants to keep you on that fluffy cloud. But we got to...
Wrapped in cotton wool.
Yeah. Yeah. But you've got to step out in life.
Yeah. It's too bloody short.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, mustn't listen to it.
No. Give it a name.
And I always think sometimes you've got to think of where it's coming from. Because I think sometimes we have feelings that we connect to a voice. And so sometimes you've got to sit with where that's coming from. Because we get like gut feelings, which I always think those are good ones to listen to.
Definitely.
I always say your head's in your gut, really. Your true head's in your gut, really, down here. So I think that, sometimes you just got to sit with that a little bit. We're in such a rat race, aren't we? We're just a rat race, busy, that we don't give ourselves time to just think. And this is what I was saying earlier. We don't give ourselves time to think about ourselves.
No, we don't.
So we don't give ourselves enough space and that pause to just understand where the hell we're coming from.
Yeah, we don't. Like you say, we think we should instantly be able to do something, or instantly switch off feelings, or instantly feel something. But it doesn't work like that.
No, and then we get this conflict of interest in our head. What tells us, if you take your time, that voice will go, "Come on, sort yourself out. You should be getting on with it." And then when we step back, or if we step forward, then we're too busy.
But
It feels like we can never win with that voice.
But it is, because I was just thinking of it. Just made me think of that thing that I've spoken to people about before. Is that it will also. So for me, exercise can be a bit of a bane in my life, to be honest. So it'll go, oh no, you've had a really hard day. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Have the night off or have the day off. Don't walk today. It's fine. You've had a really busy day. And I thought, oh, thanks very much. And then half an hour is calling me a fat lazy bitch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it will contradict itself, won't it?
Devious little shit.
Yeah. So it will contradict itself and say.
Yeah.
So, like you say, taking that time to just pause and think, right, okay, this dialogue's going on in my head. Is this me having this dialogue? Or is it, like you say, the inner voice having a whole conversation?
And think about what you would choose to do. Because you think, okay, so what would I choose to would I choose to go and exercise and feel better? Or would I choose to have a night on the couch because I'm tired and that would make me feel better?
Yes.
So we have to listen to our bodies sometimes rather than listening to our heads.
What's going to make you feel better?
And think about that choice of what we would choose. Because really, once we can be aware of that voice and step away from that voice, we can choose from where we are really coming from.
Yeah.
So this is why I think the pause button is just
such a good idea, wasn't it?
Such a necessity.
So we could just pause and make a decision from our hearts and our guts rather than chattering in the head.
Yeah.
With where, like you said.
And I think then when we can learn to do that, we would make more decisions from the right place, from our heart, of our gut, what we really would choose to do. But we're all in this spiral of busy life, isn't it? That we just roll on and roll on.
Yeah, we don't think about it. We don't take that time.
No, we don't take the time. No. And then we just get on a roller coaster with it. And then suddenly, when you do suddenly sit with it, you suddenly realise who's making the bloody choices.
Yeah. Yeah, because you haven't half the time.
No, because we do spend an awful lot of time not in our conscious mind.
No. And that's all we're trying to do, is we're trying to get you to make conscious decisions rather than subconscious decisions all the time.
Yeah.
Which is basically what that inner voice is, that inner critic is your subconscious.
Yeah. And your subconscious absorbs everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is it. And it's, like you say, it's the one that's trying to keep you safe.
Mm.
But it's coming at it, from a very skewed angle.
It's boring little shit.
He wants my fluffy cloud. He likes the idea of fluffy cloud.
Oh,
cheeky bitch, isn't she? So that's my whole dream just spoilt now in one conversation.
Need a new dream. It's okay to change them,
Clearly no fluffy cow for Lynne anymore. I'm going down hell raising, girl.
Yeah. It's much more fun.
Oh yeah.
There'd be so much more energy down there, wouldn't there?
Which is true.
But
get a nice tan.
I'm trying to get this butt out of my head. Have you noticed?
Now I'm thinking, whose butt has she got in her head?
Ant.
This Lucifer guy had a really nice butt, just to go off on a tangent.
Not that Lynne's got an obsession with Lucifer.
Yeah, it's going to annoy me. It's Tom somebody. I'm sure his name's Tom.
Look this up.
Nice. Sorry.
I love it. Yeah, dear.
Where were you going?
I don't know, I've forgotten it. Every time I say and, I've forgotten it. trying to replace the butts with hands, but it's not working today, is it?
Butts and hands.
Butts and hands.
Butts and hands.
Oh,
She's got butts on the brain, this girl, I tell you. Should we leave them to it now?
Yeah, if you want.
Do you reckon?
It's a bit deep for a Saturday afternoon, wasn't
It is a bit deep for a Saturday afternoon, isn't it? We should be out enjoying the sunshine, not sat here talking.
Yeah, it's lovely outside. It's a bit warm though.
It's a bit warm.
We're
But this is what's like hell's.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. We're getting used to that, aren't we?
Yeah, look, if we're going down there, it's going to be
Not going to be a cool breeze down there, is there?
bloody not, is there? There's like waves lapping on the shore.
Yeah, maybe we need a bit of a mixture here.
Like halfway in between.
Yeah. Need a bit of peace and
stay
calm
here.
as well. I'm going to sit on that little line.
Dangle your feet over the edge.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have my head in the clouds and my feet in the hot area. Maybe that's a better place to sit.
Love it.
I wonder what it's like.
See, now we're going back to near-death experiences and trying to find out what it's like.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
It is. Right, I'm going to try and stop this now. Right.
Okay.
Have a good afternoon. Well, it's not when you hear this. It'll be a morning.
Well,
it's a
it
good
could
Sunday
be
morning.
any time, couldn't it?
That's true. All right, I'll
any
shut
time
up.
of the day.
I'll shut up.
Could be that we're keeping them awake.
Oh,
Or putting them to sleep.
bloody putting them
There
to
we
sleep.
go.
Now we're going to our meditation music and we'll put you to sleep.
The voice and put you to sleep.
Take 3 deep breaths. So much for listening to Chatting Bollocks and Bull with Lynne and Tracey.
If you would like to see or hear more of us, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or of course by subscribing to the podcast.
If you share this podcast with others, you will make 2 old birds very happy. And finally, if you want more bollocks and bull in your life,
And who wouldn't?
then sign up to our newsletter. The link is in the show notes.
That's all, folks.
Love ya!